Pull up. Oh, yeah. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. Oh, you can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. Pitbullnutters cannot handle the truth. Gore the Dog Butcher back again to shine the light on this, particularly the Pitbull cult, the Pitbullnutters. Title of this video, I know I'm not live obviously, but it's going to be let Marshall and Millions be an example. Stay in line or your dog will get dying. If you have been paying attention to the news regarding dog fatality, the police had shot and killed 2 shit bulls or pit bulls. Not the first time that the police had, shot and killed a worthless mutt, or a pit bull particularly, or bully breed if you want to call it that. And it's not the first time a person, just a regular citizen, took matters into their own hands and killed a pit bull. The reason why, pit bulls get shot, and if we've seen various footage, is the way they approach people. barking, running straight at them, and they get shot and they get put down. And that's why I call this video Stay in Line. Dognutters, use Marshall and Millions as an example so you can stay in line. If you don't want your dog, particularly the pit bull or the bully breed, getting shot and killed by people, stay in line. If you must, keep the thing on a leash if it works. Muzzle the thing. Tie its feet up. Keep it locked up. Stay in line. Or just like Marshall and Millions, your pit bull will get killed and put down. We've witnessed over the years, or at least I can say I've witnessed, many videos of police shooting and killing their dog. Killing a dog, a pit bull. And as the dog is coming towards the police, the owners don't do nothing. They allow their worthless mutt to just approach people. They allow this to happen. And nearly every time, nearly all the time, their dog gets put down. And this is why I'm saying we need. I know I don't have the 1 second. Damn. Let's see. I just made a picture. But what I'm trying to say is, Marshall and Millions should be used as an example for these Pitbullnutters and particularly dog lovers. Hang on 1 second. I'm trying to look for that picture. I thought I had it. Okay. Gonna get it now. Yeah, a lot of these dog nuts, Pitbullnutters, they don't stay in line. They think no one is ever going to shoot their beloved worthless mutt. They think no one is ever going to do that. They have no regards of that. And when it happens, that's when they want to react, and that's when they feel bad all of a sudden. So why didn't you stay in line from the very beginning? Keep your dog in check. If you have to use leashes, use a damn leash or something. But oftentimes these things are off leash, coming up to people, and that's when they get shot and killed. Every time. Let Marshall and Millions be an example to all Pitbullnutters, dog lovers from now on. They are the example. Let them be the example. If I have to be a little ignorant right now, train your damn dog. Train it properly. Don't allow it to approach people like this. Approach police? To approach a police officer? Don't let them growl and bark at people like this. Train your damn dog. Can't believe I'm saying this. Put a leash on the thing. Whether these things are leashed or not, I really don't care. But let them be an example that you step out of line. Maybe you or their dog step out of line. They're going down. Your dog will get dying. We've seen it so many occasions where this has happened, and it's like you Pitbullnutters, you dog lovers, you don't learn. You don't learn. The Marshall Millions may not be the best example, but it's the most recent. And it tells us that police officers are not going to play around with your worthless mutt. They're not going to play with them. They're on a job. They're not there to play. I know there's some occasions that these police officers will play with your worthless mutt, but they're on a job. They're doing something. They're working. And the stats and facts stack up against these dogs. You see one coming towards you, chances are, hey, they're going to attack you. Whether or not they are, or they will or not, who knows? And the only time we know when they do attack is when they attack. So why take the chance? Dognutters, Pitbullnutters, why even take the chance for allowing your dog to approach people? To approach police officers? We've seen it so many times. And it's like you people just don't want to get it. You don't want to stay in line. And therefore, your dogs get dying. One quote that I hate, that I just hate, that is spoke out about, or that is said a lot to these dog lovers, is my dog is friendly. I don't care if your dog is friendly. What if I'm not? What if these police officers are not friendly? What if your neighbor is not friendly? And time again, you have taken the chance. You don't think. You're not thinking. You don't think. You're not proactive. You're reactive. No, you're friggin' sorry, excuse my language, but you're retarded. That's where you are right now. I don't use that word often, but sometimes we gotta use it to describe these people. Oh, my dog is friendly. Well, what if this guy isn't? There was a video on YouTube or wherever. Can't find it now. Tried looking for it. Regular guy on his property. His dog, his neighbor's dog, approached him. He didn't take any chances, and he took out his firearm and shot and killed the worthless mutt. You obviously, these dog nuts did not see it coming. Oh, my dog is friendly. I don't think that guy cared. He's not going to take any chances. He takes a chance, he gets attacked, loses a limb, and guess what? Nothing happens. He has to live with a missing arm, scars, and this Pitbullnutter is not going to care. He's not going to care because we've seen it time and time again where these dogs, pit bulls, whatever, they attack someone, and guess what they do? They just leave the scene. They leave the scene. Some of them will hide their dog. They don't care. Like they don't care. So why should a person take a chance with your worthless mutt if you as Pitbullnutters, you as dog lovers, you don't care? If you don't care, why should we? It's because it's a dog? But again, Marshall and Millions, let's use this as an example. They were shot and killed. Let Marshall and Millions, that's their name, be used as a clear example. You don't stay in line, your dog will get dying. And apparently, they have a memorial wall. And I think this is good. I think this memorial wall is good. But it shouldn't be used as a way to remember these worthless things, because first off, they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything for themselves, nothing for anyone, nothing. They didn't do anything. They just ate shit, probably barked at people, probably killed a few squirrels. They did nothing for themselves, nothing. They're worthless. This memorial wall needs to be used as an example for these Pitbullnutters. If you stay out of line or get out of line, this is what's gonna happen. Your worthless mutt might get placed on a wall. They might have to paint your worthless mutt on a wall because you could not stay in line. You could not keep your worthless mutts in check, thinking they can torment people, attack people, come close to people, invade people's space, and not, and there not be a consequence. Marshall and Millions, they are an example of what happens when you dog lovers, Pitbullnutters, are so reckless. You're too confident. This is what happens. This is what happens when you're too confident, too ignorant, arrogant. Saying, my dog is friendly, they wouldn't hurt anyone. Well, guess what? Your freaking dog got painted on a wall. Now it's dead. Because you could not stay in line, your worthless mutts couldn't stay in line, and you got what you deserve. Because a lot of you don't listen. You don't care for others. You endanger others. You don't listen. You don't do anything. You don't react until your worthless mutt is dead. Like Marshall and Millions. Let them be the example. Let them be the example. And you Pitbullnutters, you doggo, you gotta straighten up yourself, man. You gotta fix up yourself. Work a little harder on your freaking worthless mutts. Try to prevent this from happening again, at least. I'm a dog hater, and I'm giving you dog nuts, you Pitbullnutters, some advice here. Use it, please. Use this advice. Stay in check. Fix up yourself. Be a better dog owner. Be a better dog trainer. Be responsible. Keep your dog away from people. Keep them on a leash, 2 leashes, whatever the case may be. Try to prevent this from happening at least. And I'm telling you to try to prevent this from happening. But I know none of you are gonna listen. You're not gonna care. You're just gonna, take a chance with it. And allow your dog to approach whomever. Because your dog is friendly. But what if that person isn't? What if that person maybe that person is a dog hater? Really hates dogs. Really wants to just, because he just hates them. Experiences. And you allow your dog to approach him and he gets that chance and he takes it, the blood is on your hands. The blood will be on your hands. Your dog will be another Marshall and Millions. You don't know people. You don't know everybody. They don't know your dog. They might be afraid of dogs. Might have allergies, bad experience, trauma. You don't know that, but you're gonna allow your dog to approach people. And then when they get shot and killed, then you wanna react. It's the same thing over and over again, like this, just like this. It's the same thing over and over again. And this is not they are not the first. They are not the first to be gunned down by a law enforcement or someone else. They are far from being the first. And this is a good example. And I'm going to guess, I'm going to be a little ignorant and guess that these things were tormenting people or tormenting a person. Colorado woman's two missing pit bulls found decapitated and burned miles away from her home. So, before we read, who's gonna just enter their home, and just pick up these shit beasts and just take them with them? Who's gonna do that, knowing what these things can do? And a lot of these pit bull owners, they know that these things are capable of killing people. That's why they get them. They know they're capable of killing people. They know they're dangerous. So who's going to come into our house and take up these big-ass, ugly-ass things? After days of looking for missing dogs, the Mesa County, Colorado woman's two pit bulls were found burned and beheaded and dumped near train tracks earlier this month. The pet's owner had posted photos, descriptions of her two worthless mutts in hopes of seeing them return home safely after she discovered that they had gone missing around midnight, April the 17th. This is like a long time ago. This was a long time ago. But nevertheless, claimed that her husband had let the dogs out to relieve themselves in the yard, but they jumped over the back fence and disappeared. And where do you think they went? Guarantee they're approaching people, barking at people, messing with someone's children. And just like Marshall and Millions, let them be an example. You go near someone, well, my dog is friendly, but they might not be friendly. Guess what happens? Your freaking dog gets beheaded and burnt and dropped at the train tracks. So not only Marshall and Millions are an example, this worthless mutt is an example. But this was from 2017. Do you think these Pitbullnutters have learned anything yet? Do you think they learn? They don't learn. I don't think they learn. If these Pitbullnutters had multiple lives, and I guarantee they allow their Pitbull to kill their lives over and over again. I guarantee if there's an afterlife, a lot of these Pitbullnutters who have been killed by their Pitbull probably don't even regret it either. That's how sick these people are. The Post mentioned a report of two dead dogs found by railroad tracks miles away from her home. They traveled to the location and identified the dead dogs for being these names. And they say they were the sweetest. Look at this thing. It's ugly. If this thing was approaching me, it's no surprise that they were burnt. This thing's probably approaching you, and they call this thing sweet. No. This is I don't know what it is. It's like a foul odor. I don't know. It's so ugly. This person is a nurse as well. A nurse having these worthless... It doesn't make any sense. Anyways. They said multiple people had reported seeing the decapitated dog by the train tracks near a shooting range in the early evening of April 19th. A man and woman later moved the dog remains away from the middle of the tracks to avoid any additional damage to their bodies. The dog remains were photographed and the photos were placed into evidence by deputy. There were no suspects and no leads on the dog's disappearance and deaths. They have a child as well, man. Let's see what the comments are saying. This person says you don't have the right to torture or kill. And again, they're not real animals. And these things, again, these things probably asked for it, and they got it. This person says, frick pit bulls and their trashy low-life owners. And this guy says, see, they can't. This is what they do. They can't. It's all they got. It's all they got. It's all they got. Sweetest dogs, not a mean bone, yet they jumped the fence and took off. Oh wait, you said makes no sense. I have to believe that the Lord's wrath for people that treat animals with such meanness is very great, and that some point in time they'll get... Again, they're not real animals. So what about when these things attack and kill someone and torture people? Does the Lord have a wrath for these dogs as well? Sorry about that. So yeah, a few more comments. We'll move on. Sounds like her dog mauled the wrong person and some payback was in order. I'm usually no fan of pit bulls, but whoever did this needs to be locked up. Sadly, just about everybody hates and fears pit bulls. They should be gladly euthanized out of existence. Yeah, again, I would not take a chance with this ugly thing. Bears don't look this ugly. Lions don't look this ugly. Coyotes don't look this ugly. No animal looks this ugly. No animal looks this ugly. If this thing approaching me, remember, Marshall and Millions. This thing will become another Marshall and Millions and will plaster its face on a wall so people can remember, or at least know, and use these worthless mutts as a reminder. Hey, stay in line. Keep your damn dog in line. Because if it's not, their face, ugly faces will be plastered on a wall. Unfortunately, that's disgusting though. To look at this wall and these ugly things. Look at this thing. How many people have to walk with this every day and see these ugly things? And they're so okay. They're so ugly that they had to animate it. That's how ugly they are. That's how ugly they are. And people have to go take their own pictures of their worthless mutt. What's it trying to prove? What are they trying to prove? Look at these things. Disgusting. In the other video I made, I was wrong. I blamed the corgi. I thought it was a pack of corgis that attacked a toddler, but it was a pack of pit bulls that mauled a toddler. You guys remember this? I covered it maybe last year. Little girl, 2 years old, was attacked by a whole leap of worthless puppies. And I'm not going to show you the picture, but it's bad. It's bad. So if puppies can damage this girl's face, imagine a big, worthless pit bull. Why even take a chance? Many police officers, people, they don't take a chance, and this is what happens. Some of us are just not going to take a chance at these worthless mutts. Or you become just like her, unfortunately. It's not her fault, just a little child. But her parents are to blame, yes, and this is what happens. Not going to show, but her face is like badly disfigured. And these things were not just going to hurt her and then walk away. They'd planned to kill her. That was their goal. So, why take a chance with some random strange dog if puppies can be lethal to someone? This dog culture, these dog nuts, these Pitbullnutters, they don't get it. They don't want to get it. How about this? Animal shelter volunteer awarded $6.8 million after being mauled by a dog, nearly having arm ripped off. So here's a person trying to help these worthless mutts who means well, but they still attack her. And she should not get a damn cent. If you're choosing to work with these worthless mutts, you should not get a damn cent. But in the perspective of her, giving up her time and energy to help these things, they didn't care. They didn't know. They didn't care. They mauled her. So if these things can maul someone that means well, what if a random stranger who has no issue with them at all, no dealings with them? Like I'm saying, you should not take a chance with these things. If they want to come at you the way they do, barking, growling, coming at you and jumping on you, touching you, trying to attack you, whether they will or not, don't take a chance. They're going down. They're going to become Marshall and Million. They're going to have their face plastered on a wall, either with red or with paint. And we've seen before, this is an example, I haven't watched the video yet, but woman shoots neighbor's dog. We've seen this before. Man shoots neighbor's dog. Neighbor shoots dog to death to protect goats and kids. Gunman's family across the street missed shooting neighbor's dog. Again and again and again and again. What about this classic one? Police again arriving to do their business, and they're greeted by these things? Of course they're going to get shot. And even in situations, even in this situation, where she meant well for these things, they still attacked her. So you can't say, because he's a stranger, but this is a stranger who means well, but they still attacked her. She meant well. Probably fed them. But honestly, she shouldn't get a cent. Should not get a cent. And there are many stories of this. There are many, many, many stories of police, neighbors, etc. killing, shooting neighbors' dogs. They're not going to take a chance. But the Pitbullnutter, the mentality of these dognutters, they don't get it. They don't learn from this. And say, hey, I don't want my dog to do that. I'm going to train my dog a little better. Put my dog on a leash. Secure fences. Make sure my dog doesn't go through them, over them, or under them. I'm going to make sure my dog is trained the best so he doesn't end up like Marshall and Millions. But none of them do that. They think these people are so confident in their dognuttery training, thinking that will never happen to them, thinking that my dog is friendly. Nothing's going to happen to them, but so many stories. So many stories of this. So many stories. So many. So that dog being friendly crap doesn't mean anything if people are willing to kill these things. My dog is friendly, but I don't think it matters. Don't think it matters. How about this classic one? Don't think it matters. Something like this approaching you. No real animal does that. They just approach you out of the blue. Oh, they see him. Oh, I'm going to approach you? What the frick is that? They deserve that. Cats don't do that. But if they do it very slowly. Cats will look you up, stare you down for a while, kind of study you. Birds will stay away from you. Insects will stay away from you. Bears, most part, they will stay away from you. But dogs, who've been around us for thousands of years apparently, they don't get it. They don't get it. And these owners who likely comment on these videos, watch these videos, they don't get it either. They're not getting it. They're not learning. So we'll just have another Marshall and Millions over and over again. I can't believe I'm doing that. I'm giving up my time and energy to help these Pitbullnutters. I'm trying to get these Pitbullnutters in line. Get them in line. But they don't want to hear it. They want another Marshall and Millions so their faces can get plastered on a wall. They want this again. They want this. This is what they want. This is what they want. But their behavior, their actions, I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to say it says different, but these Pitbullnutters, they're just lunatics. Who remembers this one? I'm not gonna watch it. You guys may have seen it already. I hate dogs, guys. I really do hate dogs. I hate Pitbullnutters, hate Pitbulls, hate all dogs. Hate the dog owner. Hate. Saying hate is not a strong enough word. Because a lot of these Pitbullnutters and dog lovers, they're getting worse. They're getting worse. They're not even trying to stop. They're not even trying to get better. They're not trying to prevent another Marshall and Millions. They're not doing that. They're too confident, too cocky, too reckless, too toxic, too immature. And that's why they're in the state that they are. Especially these owners of dead dogs. You're in the state that you're in. It's always pit bulls though. Like more times than not, it is most to always pit bulls. Always. There are a lot of birds everywhere. I mean, there are lots, hundreds of birds, year round, hundreds of birds, and probably not one of them will attack you, will bother you. Probably seen way more birds in our lifetime, maybe millions of birds in our lifetime. And not one, but with my occasion, I only had one bird attack me. 1 out of a million. If I look it up and see how many birds have, attacked and killed someone, it's likely to be 0. Talk about like small birds, like small backyard birds. I know an eagle can cause damage. I wouldn't be surprised to see that there is an eagle death, hawk death. But you compare that to dogs, and especially the pit bull. The dogs' deaths, dog pit bull attacks, they outweigh anything else and everything. So again, stay in line, Pitbullnutters, or your dog will get dying. Let Marshall and Millions be an example. Let them be an example. Follow suit. Let this be a reminder. They gotta train your damn freaking dog. Train your freaking dog. Don't let the thing act like a dog. Don't let that thing approach people, bark at people. Do what you need to do. If not, your dog will get plastered on a wall, just like Marshall and Millions. Another Worthless Mutts. I am Gore the Dog Butcher, and remember, it's okay to hate dogs.